Number 10. Surely all of you saw such a lightning, but a mysterious and very beautiful natural phenomenon constantly occurs in Venezuela. The probability of a lightning strike in this area is the highest in the world. The incessant storm Catatumbo produces about 1 million lightnings a year. Scientists believe that this phenomenon produces the greatest amount of ozone for the Earth's atmosphere. The government of Venezuela is trying to include this to the UNESCO World Heritage List. And this atmospheric phenomenon is so rare that perhaps these cadres are the only ones in the world. Scientists are still unable to explain a ball lightning phenomenon. These luminous, spherical objects vary from pea-size to several meters in diameter. The nature of its appearance is not clear, since it appears not only in a thunderstorm but also in fine sunny weather. Lightning that occurs during a volcanic eruption, also considered as unusual. Number 9. Watching the volcano eruption, fascinating and horrifying sight at the same time. See the red-hot lava flows into the ocean is unforgettable. There are 522 active volcanoes on Earth, only 68 of them are underwater. A volcanic eruption is a common natural event that is part of the life of our planet. But the most unique sight that can be seen is the eruption of a submarine volcano. By the way, the amount of carbon dioxide absorbed by the ocean is directly related to this one of nature's rarest sights. Scientists recently proved that phytoplankton produces a half of all the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere. Undersea volcanoes supply phytoplankton with iron compounds necessary for photosynthesis. Number 8. This is a tsunami. It is caused by earthquakes occurring in the ocean. But there is another kind of tsunami whose creator is a strong wind and ice. The ice tsunami is one of the rarest natural phenomena that can be seen in temperate and Arctic latitudes. Powerful wind blowing from the sea or a large lake is capable to make drifting ice to reach the land. Fortunately, ice tsunamis that can cause significant damage are extremely rare. In most cases, ice drifts are not moving far from the coastline, but form fancy pictures that cause horror and admiration at the same time. Number 7. Tornado. The greatest number of these atmospheric phenomena is recorded on the North American continent. The largest ever recorded tornado funnel width reached 2.5 miles. All kinds of tornadoes appear due to the pressure differential due to the collision of warm and cold air masses. The energy released at the expense of the pressure difference forms a funnel, as if a huge vacuum cleaner worked. This is a fairly accurate description for a tornado. This rather rare terrifying atmospheric phenomenon may occur as a result of strong fires. The temperature in its center reaches 1000 degrees, and it cannot be extinguished until everything that can burn is burned on his way. But the rarest natural phenomenon of the tornadoes family, and perhaps one of the rarest phenomena in the world, is underwater tornado. Another atmospheric phenomenon is a sandstorm. The height of sandstorms usually varies from a couple of meters to a mile. The temperature of the ambient air in the area of a sandstorm often reaches 50 degrees. Number 6. It looks like magic. It is the magic of nature indeed. Neon glow creates by the bioluminescent phytoplankton. Light emission occurs when stressful situations affect these microorganisms, for example, when waves break on the shore. This fascinating magical phenomenon can be observed in the Maldives from about July to February, especially during a new moon, when the darkness of the sky helps microorganisms to glow as brightly as possible. Number 5. Watching the huge waves from the captain's cabin during a storm, it's not a sight for the faint of heart. But a foamy storm might be even fun. This is like a huge bubble bath at the beach. Only a few cases of this rare natural phenomenon were recorded. The last time this amazing phenomenon could be observed in 2007, near the Sydney. According to scientists, this phenomenon is the result of a giant mash of sea salt, algae and all kinds of wastes that are in the water under the influence of the flow of wind produces the huge thick foam. Number 4. In a world of permafrost, nature has prepared another surprise for us. In the waters under the eternal ice, scientists discovered a truly unique phenomenon. This fantastic phenomenon brings death to everything it touches. It is called icy finger of death. This ice stalactite that reaches the bottom of the ocean in the form of a jet of extremely cold and very salty water. The water of this jet has a much greater density than all the other ocean water surrounding it, and besides, the temperature of this jet is much lower than zero. This icy stream of salt water reaching the bottom spreads and freezes everything in its path. Number 3. This spectacular natural phenomenon can be observed more and more often due to global warming. According to meteorological observations made by NASA satellites, the Antarctic lost over 100 billion tons of ice for the last 10 years. The climate, as experts believe, depends on the level of the world ocean, and this level rises as the glaciers melt. Scientists also considered that a few centimeters rise in the level of the oceans causes tropical storms and hurricanes of destructive power, and if we are talking about 10 centimeters or more, then the consequences for the planet are difficult to predict. Number 2. St. Elmo's light. This is the electrical discharge in the form of luminous beams, which occurs at the sharp ends of high objects with a high electric field strength in the atmosphere, which most often happens during a thunderstorm or when it approaches. Halo is the optical phenomena produced by sunlight interacting with ice crystals suspended in the atmosphere. Halos can have many forms, ranging from colored or white rings to arcs and spots in the sky. Number 1. You may be surprised, but there are clouds that can be seen rarely. A lenticular cloud is a rare natural phenomenon. Such clouds form on the crests of airwaves or between two layers of air. A feature of these clouds is that they do not move, no matter how strong the wind. These clouds can be seen mainly in tropical latitudes, and are associated with the formation of tropical cyclones. Morning glory is a rare meteorological phenomenon, can be seen in the Gulf of Carpentaria in the north of Australia. This is the rarest type of clouds discovered in 2006.